Noon. So, right now, as we were going live, I suddenly got this flashback of when I was very young and used to model. All right. And in those days, when we modeled, especially when we did any modeling abroad, we used to start with a very Indian thing, doing the arti with a thali. And I'd feel this little gurgling sensation over here. I'd be so excited that now we're going to walk onto the stage and do the thali, such an Indian thing, do the aarti. And just now, before it went live, I got the same feeling, that same little exciting feeling. Oh my God, we're doing something precious and so special. And yeah, that's what this business is for me. Namaste. मैं नंदिनी हूँ, I'm Nandini, and I'm a digital business owner from India. And it gives me great joy to be here today with my team, with my global partners, to talk to you all about the unstable job market. Over to you, Praveen.
Hello everyone, good day. So I am Praveen. So I am a planning engineer based in Texas and also a business mentor. I'm living in Texas with my family. Do you permit?
Hi, my name is Paromita. I am originally from India but living in Singapore with my husband and kids. I'm a certified graphic designer, worked as teacher and art teacher. Currently, I'm a full time digital entrepreneur. Over to you, Sita.
Oh, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be watching us from. I am Sita. I live in the UK with my family, originally from Zimbabwe. I am a nurse by profession and a proud digital business owner. Thank you to you, Indy.
Hi, greetings everyone and namaste. I'm Indu and I am a medical microbiologist. I work as an associate professor at a government medical college in India, and I'm also a proud digital business owner.
Thank you. So, what makes a microbiologist, a nurse, somebody who's a graphic designer and teacher, an IT professional, a life coach and well being mentor, and actor join a digital business? What is that one common factor that we all have here? And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, the unstable job market. Because just having one income stream, or just having one job, or just having one business in today's market leaves you very unstable. It's always good to have something else, especially if it's an automation backed business. And that's why we're all digital business owners today. And that's why I've chosen this subject because I really feel that everybody must be very, very aware of the options available today. You know, in 2020, when I lost everything, I really thought I was going to lose my mind as well. I'm a very strong person, but I was completely broken. I was broken mentally and emotionally. And I know how I was forced to put back the pieces together and go back to my optimistic self. But I was really broken. And none of us should wait for times like that. We just cover our base well, and in today's time we can. So over to you, Praveen. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you, Nandini. So yeah, we all will agree that job market is unstable because of the technology is evolving and the business owners are evolving. But we need to ask ourselves, are we evolving with it? So we all, most of us lived in an era where there are no phones, right? Then the phone evolved and then it turned into a smartphone. And then nowadays we use the smartphone for everything. So we learned how to use the smartphone and then we use the smartphone for communication and then for spending our leisure time. So we use it for a lot of ways. But the question we need to ask is, are we making use of this smartphone for the betterment of our life? So that's a question we need to ask. And other thing is, staying current with the industry's trend nowadays is not a kind of luxury, it's kind of survival where we need to always stay on top or else we'll be forgotten, we'll be pushed back. So if you see the world has changed after pandemic. So there were a lot of AI tools and then automation on most of the industries, and people started to work remotely, and digital market is on the rise. And it has become the mainstream for most of the people. So that makes the job market unstable for most of the traditional people who actually had their education and then who actually rely on the knowledge that they gain from the education or their intellectual knowledge that they gained. So if we don't keep up with the technology, actually we will fall behind both personally and also financially. So personally, we are not setting as a good example for our next generation, and financially will not be able to grow. So we'll be struggling to even sustain our lifestyle or the financial status that we hold in the society. And other thing is for me, I didn't want to be an expert in technology, but I just want to know what's going on in the market so that I'm at least aware of things happening in the market so that if there is any change, I'll be able to cope up with it. So I was looking to learn about new tools and then looking for someone to partner with me or teach me or mentor me on this technology so that I'm aware of it. But it's quite expensive. So learning about different technologies and AI tools are really expensive nowadays. But fortunately, I found this digital business, which actually gave me that exposure to have this ready-made skills for me. So in our community we have people from different background, different professionals, and we share knowledge about all this technology. So we learn about prompt engineering. So all I know is about chat gpt and then other AI tools, but there are a lot of AI tools which I was not aware, but this community has taught me about those tools and how to use them. So that makes me connected with the upgrades in the technology. And in case if something happens to my job, I'm kind of peace at the moment because I have other business which will take care of the expenses and then take care of all the financial needs for me and my family. So all I did was, instead of looking into the secure job and then stressing myself, I looked into an option of starting another income stream so that in case of something happens in the market, which is quite unstable at the moment, will give peace for me and my family. And what anyone can do in this unstable job market is just choose couple of leaders, industry leaders who are good in technology, and then just follow them and try to have like at least 1 hour a week to learn about what's happening in the technology and what's happening in the job market and how we can place yourself to handle that, and join online communities like us where we share our own knowledge on technologies. And there are a lot of people who lost their job and come into this business, and now they're able to make this business as the mainstream because of the resources we have to equip people and teach them. And the best thing that I found so far is upgrading myself. That is the best investment I have done, and it's all happened because of this business community. And thank you very much. And over to you, Paramita.
Thank you so much, Praveen. So I will just start with what Praveen said. Yes, now like AI, smartphone, everything is new technologies are growing, and a lot of people actually this technology is replacing the job, lot of people's job, and AI is taking over. But if I tell you that I'm building my business by using AI, so AI is not not actually causing us any difficulties, but it is helping us to build our business. So that's first I would like to mention. And yes, about the job market, I came to this business because I faced that challenge, that the unstable job market, and especially if you are if you're like me, like I am an immigrant, and when I moved to Singapore, I was on a career break. And if you take a career break and after that finding a suitable job is very very difficult. So that I faced, and during the pandemic, actually I realized that how scary it is to just to depend on job. because a lot of companies, they were cutting their cost, and a lot of people around us lost their job just after pandemic. And we were really scared because my husband was the only person working that time, and I was not getting any job. So I was very desperate to start something which will be stable, which will give us that assurance that if anything happened to the job, then we can rely on something. And that time I came to know about this digital marketing, because during the pandemic time, when lot of industries were suffering, that time digital world was booming. And a lot people were shifting, lot of people were shifting to digital space. Digital marketing courses were very became very popular. So that time I came to know about this business. Honestly speaking, I had no experience, and I was initially very scared, because I was not sure whether I will be able to do it, because my background is teaching. And though I did graphic designing, but I worked as teacher. So I was like very very skeptical. But when I, as Praveen also mentioned, our training, and that lot of, at that time I had no idea that I'm going to learn about AI. I'm not going to learn about different tools. But after entering the business, I learned it. And now I am feel very blessed. Now I feel very blessed that I took that decision, because now I have a backup plan. Though I'm not working right now, but I'm doing this business full time, and my husband is working. So we have a backup plan. And if you are like immigrant like me, and if you move from one place to another, then you must be knowing that every time you have to take a break or something. But this business, I'm very happy that wherever I go, I can carry it with me. So I'm no more dependent on only job. So that's the one thing. And also that instability, that fear, that also gone from us, because that we really faced. And retrenchment, it's happening in companies. And that can happen to anyone. So it is better to be prepared for that. And I am glad that I started this business as a backup plan. Now I'm doing it full time, but it is a backup for my family. Yeah, if something happens to the job. So that is why it is very very important to keep the business like this, especially a digital business, which you can run from any part of the world. Any part, wherever you go, you can carry your business, and you can do it with your full-time job or part-time job. So yeah, that's from my side. Over to you, Sita.
Thank you so much. I resonate with most of my business partners that have just spoken. There is no job security in this day and age. Everything is on trend, everything is changing every day. We used to, when you get a job, you get so excited that I've got a job, but it's no longer as secure as it was in the past few years. Now things change on a daily basis. I remember after the pandemic, I know a lot of people talk about the pandemic, there was quite a lot of shift in our industry. There was quite a lot of job changes. People downgraded from their positions because of the costs. You work very hard to get in a higher level, but without any notice, you are told that that role that you are doing at your work is no longer there. It's either you step down or you go and work somewhere else. So people were left with no option but forced to go down because they didn't have anything to fall on. But this online business, it has made me realize that it's so important to have something that you have control of, rather than relying on somebody that will be dictating to you when you can work and when you cannot work, and when your shift patterns change, or when your job roles change. In this business, we are a big community where we help one another and we learn from each other. And there is a security because online businesses are so today. Everything is going online. You look at our shoppings on a daily basis, we go online. And there is nothing that is not done online in this day and age. So the online businesses, it's here to stay. And whether you are a business owner or side hustler or growing some personal brand, keep up the trends, give yourself age, give yourself that motivation to keep on trend, to keep yourself educated, being on demand, because we learn on a daily basis. If you are not educated enough to know your trend or to know your brand, you are easily replaced. This day we've got AI. Everything is done online. You talk to a machine and it gives you everything that you are asking for. Like ChatGPT, my business partners have spoke about it. I just put one word and it gives you everything. And our employers, they've got all that. They are replacing us with all those things. So if you don't put yourself out there, start something that you have control of, that you can carry around with you, you will be made redundant with nothing to fall on. I had my friend, she made a mistake at work. She was relying on one job and she was doing her extra hours on that same job. So when she made a mistake, she got a sack. And when you get a sack, you don't just get a sack from your permanent role, even from your overtime. And she was left with nothing, with no income at all. And don't wait for something like that to happen to you to look for something to do. Start something different now so that you can secure your financial background, so you can secure your future. You have something to fall back on, to have your plan B. So, people, when you're out there, start looking for something that you have control of. Thank you so much. I will hand it over to Indu.
Yeah, well said, Praveen. And I mean, these are the things that we all, I think, as individuals, even from different backgrounds, we all come across these things every day. So here, since you all have spoken all these things, I would like to emphasize one thing. That is when be it whatever branch. So I can talk a little bit about the medical branch that I belong to. Be it whatever branch, no branch is spared from cutting down the employees, or kind of losing jobs. No branch is left these days. So although medical is still better, I feel, but still, even that is not spared these days, because I have seen during COVID a couple of people risking their lives doing jobs, but then many hospitals were shut down, or many, whatever, for whatever reasons, things did happen. We've all seen that. So I think in such a situation, having an extra additional, source of income, or an extra stream of income, is always beneficial. So sometimes people do jobs along with some, maybe people have a job and they think it is permanent, it is forever. And when they see their colleagues losing jobs, or their friends, or something happens like COVID, now nobody ever expected pandemic to come, right? When we also, what was the situation, nobody had ever foreseen such a thing. So there was a mass losing jobs. Or plus, with all these automation and AI these days, I see even in medical field, things are all on the computer. You don't need people to evaluate and tell things. You just have to put those, and the entire thing comes. See, this is this is that. So again, that is like a threat, right? I mean, for although it is very beneficial, no doubt, but again, you don't need people. So always working for someone, and having that worry, again, these things causes anxiety. We all have seen this. You hear young people getting stroke, and this, it's all stress. Basically, it's all stress. It's not, I mean, we and it's, there is no doubt on that. So I think one must have, at least for income wise, one must have an additional source. And if you are planning to start along with your job, some traditional businesses, we all know the reasons why people, like so many businesses, they, they start with so much of investment, so much of efforts. But our business is like, anybody can do this. You don't need any family heritage or family business track to do this. Like, your father has done, your forefather has done, grandfather has run this business. You don't need to do that. Anybody can learn with our simple video based trainings. So whoever, like, whether you are a doctor, whether you're an engineer, whether you're a teacher or a nurse or any profession, so we have everybody here in our business. At least five of us sitting over here are all different. So yeah, all different. So I think having an addition, and for me personally, I wanted to do some traditional business was there on my mind. But when I started doing the homework is when I realized what I'm going to do. Like, it looked very rosy from the outside starting a traditional business. And here the risk is minimum. What are you basically risking? Because even our investment is very low. With a very small investment, we can start this business. We can do it from the comfort of our homes. You don't need to drive and go kilometers to do a business. So, seeing all those situations, ours is one of the best kind of things that anybody can do. And I think regarding the market instability, that will definitely be there with the rising population, with the rising techniques, with people upskilling every now and then. So you become obsolete, you become redundant, right? So with all these things, this will be there. One must always think of an additional stream of income. And I think anybody who's watching this resonating with any of our talks should definitely reach out to any of us and want to know more, can always speak to us.
Absolutely. Hi, Rika, watching from the UK. Thank you so much. And there's King and Dottie over here as well, watching from the USA. So, hi, guys.
Hi all.
Um, yeah. So, thank you, everybody. And Praveen, will you wrap up for
Yeah,
us?
please,
Yes,
Ravi.
sure. Sure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Amazing. So we covered everything. So we started with the evolution of AI and then automation and then how it is affecting the job security and the stress that we undergo thinking about this unstable job market. So so it makes us to realize it's non-negotiable that we need to stay on top of it. So we all agree that there is a rapid shift in how we work, how we live our life, and then how we earn it. And we can see the world is moving so fast. It's too fast nowadays, and if you're not able to cope up with it, you will be left behind and you will vanish easily. So I personally know many people so who wake up in the morning and see if they got a job. So this is a kind of environment that we are living nowadays because our traditional skills are not enough anymore, and then there is a biggest shift in the industry itself. So if you see like 5 years ago, even in our business, we don't have AI tools, we don't have these digital trends. But as soon as it's evolved, as soon as it's grown, so we were being taught and then we upskill ourselves. So that's the best thing about our business, which teach us to cope up with what's going on in the industry. So if you're still scratching your head on what to do with this unstable market, so we have the best solution, which is our online business, the digital business. So reach out to us, and then we are here to help because we survived during the pandemic. So as we talked about, there are a lot of people who lost their job during pandemic, but we still got paid from this business, and the business survived. So meaning that whatever comes, so this business is going to be the one that will be rescuing a lot of people from their financial stress. So I hope we added value to your time, and thank you for joining us today. And yeah, wish you all a very productive and best day. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for